first mobile. Their plans are set in stone without relying on a telephone. You had to commit when you made a plan, that was it. 'Cause there was no way for your friends to reach you if you didn't show. So give me your word, give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality. Yeah, give me your word. Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? Times have changed. We don't put a pencil to the page, and words upon a screen are easier to erase. We didn't think about this. We didn't think about what we missed. Now it's easier to excuse yourself than to commit. So give me a word, you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality. Oh, yeah, give me a word. Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? Well, if you make plans with that one friend, and when it comes the weekend, you decide to put something else first. Well, you might not think you're flaky, but if you said something more than maybe, and didn't then commit, you're just a word. Come on! So give me a word. You give me a word. You give me a word. You give me a word. Won't you give me a word? You give me a word. You give me a word. You give me a word. Won't you give me a word? Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? Oh no, won't you give me a word? Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? You're gonna see it'll set you free when you're no longer a liability. Well, what you say will be an eventuality. Oh, won't you give me a word? Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? Oh, no, no, you give me a word. It wasn't that long ago, before the first mobile. Their plans are set in stone without relying on a telephone. You had to commit when you made a plan, that was it. 'Cause there was no way for your friends to reach you if you didn't show. So give me your word, give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality. Yeah, give me your word. Won't you give me a guarantee that what you yourself than to commit. So give me your word, you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality. Oh, yeah, give me your word, won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality. Well, if you make plans with that one friend, and when it comes the weekend, you decide to put something else first. Well, you might not think you're flaky, but if you said something more than maybe, and didn't then commit, you're just a word. Come on! So give me your word. You give me your word. You give me your word. You give me your word. Won't you give me your word? You give me your word. You give me your word. You give me your word. Won't you give me your word? Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? Oh no, won't you give me your word? Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? You're gonna see it'll set you free when you're no longer a liability. Yeah, what you say will be an eventuality. Oh, won't you give me your word? Won't you give me a guarantee that what you say will be an eventuality? Oh, no, no, you give me your word. She's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. Well, let me tell you all the story. I got something to say about this little slice of heaven I met the other day. See, I've been thinking all about her almost all the time. To be completely, totally honest with you, I don't mind. She's the girl next door when she knock on my door. She's my Billie Jean lover when we get on the phone. Her smile lights up the room just like she's Emma Stone. And her body got me thinking Marilyn Monroe. Now, I'm not gonna change a lot of my long-term plans, but if I see her in the room, I'm gonna ask her to dance. But I can back to my biz but all night long. It's my kind of conversation, but that's another song. Now, she's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. She's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. We'll do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, 8 times or more. There's only 2 types of things you can do in a bed. I ain't got time for both, so I can see when I'm dead. I might get experimental, try it in the bath. Invite a bitch for an overform, menage a trois. Well, I really don't know just how long this will last, but you know I couldn't let this opportunity pass. Well, if it ends, it won't be tearless, but I'll be fearless. Not saying it's not real, just not so serious. I'm really not afraid to go and dive in deep. But come on, let's get real. I've known her just 1 week now. She's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. She's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. Now she doesn't know just how much she can turn me on, and she lights a spark in my heart. Let me get it on. so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. She's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. Home alone now. She's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. Home alone now. She's so fine, just like a fine red wine. You know it's a crime to see her home alone. By the seashore, when it rains and it pours, online video store keeps the lovers indoors. Lovers indoors didn't budget for the exact contours of the musical score. The musical score opens gaping source for another encore of some unfinished wars. Unfinished wars send her out the front door into the downpours raining by the seashore. Into the downpours raining by the seashore. You're spending most of your time inside a bottle of wine. Tell me why. Why should I have to ask about all this broken glass? You didn't try to hide it. There's so much blood on the floor. What are we doing this for? You couldn't let it slide. It's getting desperate now. Can you turn the tide? The salt spray crashing into her face might have run away, but can't see in this haze. Can't see in this haze. While there's so much rain, no amount of sun rays will make a brighter day. A brighter day. Well, that was just a phase. For this relocate, there is little praise. Little praise for that golden bay with its golden glaze corroded by the salt spray. With its golden glaze corroded by the salt spray. You're spending most of your time inside a bottle of wine. Tell me why. Why should I have to ask about all this broken glass? You didn't try to hide it. There's so much blood on the floor. What are we doing this for? You couldn't let it slide. It's getting desperate now. Can you turn the tide?
You've tuned in to PintAU Online Trivia, presented by Pint of Science Australia. Tonight, we have two fantastic hosts to lead you through the turbulent trivia journey you're embarking on. And here they are. An identical twin from a giant family, Dr. Emma Beckett. Interest in genetics stemmed from an early age. Now a lecturer in food science and human nutrition, Emma's found there's no one-size-fits-all approach to healthy eating. Speaking of healthy, her following on Twitter is nothing to sneeze at. Follow @Synapse101 and you'll be supplied with countless photos of her cats, provoking thoughts, and a plethora of amazing dress and earring combinations, where she even did a poll to find out what she was wearing tonight. Which outfit won? Well, you can take a look for yourself. It's Dr. Emma Beckett. Hi, Emma.
Hello. I'm in donuts and paddle pops.
Paddle pops. Excellent. And on to our second host. So we have got as I move my script around. On to our second host. With polished skull and beaming smile, Dr. Andy Stapleton is on a mission to grow your content strategy and an impressive beard. Broody looks aside, Andy has taken his decade of science research and communication skills into the startup world and is the founder of Verbalize Science, a platform that aims to help researchers communicate their work to the world. It's pretty nifty. They even use AI to help identify and unpack any jargon. He is prolific on LinkedIn, sharing short daily videos that not only provide advice and learnings, but also give a small insight into his life. Has Andy had a shave and made this intro completely redundant before we get to it? Well, we hope not. It's Dr. Andy Stapleton.
Hello, everyone. I shaved a little bit of my head and I've got peppermint beard oil in tonight, so you're welcome.
And I'll hand over to those two hosts right now and you guys can take the show.
Thank you, Tom, aka Voice of God. I would first like to start officially welcoming you all. If we were doing a face-to-face event, we would start by doing an acknowledgement of the country that we were meeting on. If we were in pubs across Australia, as we would normally be at this time of year. But as we're online and people are tuning in from all around the country and maybe from all around the world, I would like to say that we do acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, of all the lands that we're meeting from and on today. The first peoples of our nations are the first innovators and the first scientists of this continent, and we pay respect to the elders past, present and emerging, and recognise their continuing relationship with this land, its waters and its culture. So, ladies and gentlemen, have you met Andy?
Hello, everyone. So yeah, it's fantastic to be here with you tonight from my little portico to Australia and potentially the world. So excited to have you around. I'm sure we're going to have a load of fun, and I know that myself and Emma are going to lead you through this with glorious beard and fashion sense. So you are in safe hands. I know that.
I'm super excited that we are asking the questions because I'm personally terrible at trivia. I am definitely the type of scientist who believes that you need to know how to think and how to find the answer and not memorize anything. So very glad that it's not my job to answer the questions tonight. One of the things we asked you all to do while we were waiting for the live stream to start was send us some photos of your dinners, since in Australia at least we are doing this over dinner time. I am very sad to report that I did not have dinner tonight, so cannot share my dinner with you all. I've had a series of exploding face moments after dinner the last couple of nights and did not want that to compromise trivia tonight. Andy, I hope you've eaten something more interesting, mate.
I have had a delicious homemade dal. Although in New South Wales, when you meet someone that you like, don't you say, "All right, dal"? So there we are. There's my Australian for you. Oh, it's going to get better.
Oh, you're not Australian. I thought that was just how you spoke in Adelaide.
No, actually, yeah. You know what? I fit in better here, but no, I do put on a little bit more of an English accent to make myself sound cleverer. So don't you worry. I'll be amping it up as we go along.
Yeah, no, I've got the Strine all the way. The only way people know I'm educated is by looking at the certificates on my wall.
All right, then. So for housekeeping tonight, everybody, there will be 3 rounds of trivia with a 5-minute break in between. And you'll need one person in the team to be the scribe and fill in the answer sheets. So whether you're at home in a little group or whatever on Zoom or whatever you've chosen, make sure that your scribe gets all of the information they need to answer the questions. When filling out the answer sheets, make sure to use the same email address that you've purchased your tickets with. That way we can match up and get all of the scoring right. And please use the same team name for each answer sheet because this field is case sensitive. Okay, you can still register now to be in the running for prizes. Tickets are only like $5. Like, that's not even a coffee anymore, is it? In this post-COVID world. So there's not very much. Go and pay that, because it will help pay for the costs to run this event and other events around Pint of Science. So we'll close ticket purchasing when the first break starts at the end of round 1. And you sneaky people out there, do not Google stuff. Even though we're not there to watch, remember that deep down in your heart, if you cheat, you'll feel really bad. So don't do that. No Googling. And also make sure to connect with your team virtually and have fun. First, second, and last. First, second, and second last teams will be in to get some amazing merch. So you can show off to all your friends with your fancy t-shirts and stuff. I don't know if you're going to get t-shirts, by the way, whatever they give you. I'm sure it's great. All right. So main rules for the trivia. There's 3 rounds, 30 points each. We've got round 1, which goes from atoms to galaxies, physics, chemistry, maths, astronomy, and planet and Earth, geosciences, plant sciences, and zoology. If that wasn't enough, and you're thinking, I actually want way more than that, there's round 2, where we've got beautiful mind, which includes neuroscience, psychology, psychiatry, and our body. Then we've got round 3, which includes more amazing science, our society, law, history, politics, policy, languages, tech me out, biology, robotics, computers. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough for you, get out now, because that's too much science almost, but just enough to have fun. And some are multiple choice, some are short answer, match the columns, there's some audio questions, and the submission for each round closes 1 minute after the round finishes. So make sure you get it in, and I believe there's a countdown clock on the live stream. And any questions you've got, post in the live chat so the moderators can answer your questions. I think that is everything. Emma, I think did I do everything? Is that everything we need to do?
You did everything, and I feel like I've been a passenger here. I think we're ready.
Perfect. So everybody, are we ready to start? We should get in to round 1. Go. So, oh my God, it's so exciting. Question 1. According to the laws of friction, which combination of items is the most slippery? Aluminium and aluminium. B, banana and floor. C, glass and glass. Or D, iron and iron. You've got 20 seconds remaining. That's incredible. The banana thing. Have you ever slipped on a banana, Emma?
I have in the research lab collecting banana peels to take some extracts from, and it wasn't pleasant, and it did involve a lot of paperwork, and it was exactly like a cartoon.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, question 2. Which of these continents does not have a native deer species? Africa, A, Africa, B, Asia, C, Australia, D, South America. They're all A ones, so I got thrown there.
That's yeah, well done for not tripping up on that one. Also, a friend of mine said, I said deers. So Annika, who's listening right now and playing along, I said deers as the plural, which isn't, is it? Is deer. And it's my native language. It was terrible. So embarrassing.
I'm a scientist, not an English professor, so I do not know.
That's it. All right, everyone, moving along. So question 3. This is our first 5-point question. So match the formula to its name. I'm going to try my very best, but please forgive me. 1, we've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We've got 2, E equals MC squared. We've got 3, F equals G, up bit, down bit with R's and all sorts. We've got number 4, which is N equals R, F, P, N, E. You can see it. Look at all that. That's a nightmare. How do you say that? And then last one, number 5, PV equals nRT. And so match those up with the formula name, and you've got the theory of special relativity, B, the Drake equation, C, the ideal gas law, D, the universal law of gravitation, and E, Pythagoras' theorem. So match those up. That is a tricky question.
Well done just for reading those out, Andy. That was a challenge in itself. Number 4, I think that's going to have to just be whatever's left over, because I don't even know what maths is happening there.
Yeah, it can be tricky, isn't it? Like I remember in first year chemistry, they did maths for chemists, and it was essentially adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. And I still now, when I see an equation, I do have to take a moment to calm down. It's like post-traumatic stress.
I was accelerated maths in high school, did
Oh,
my
well
year
done.
12 in year 11, and recently I caught myself dividing by 10 on a calculator in the lab. So the math
Yeah.
skills wear off real quick, apparently. I think I know 3 of them on this list and would have to be guessing the other 2.
Yeah, I know. I tell you what, my parents called us the calculator generation, just because I go to a calculator for the easiest stuff now.
And they said we wouldn't always have one in our pocket, and they were wrong. All right, question 4. This one's a lot easier to read out, and I feel very lucky. Which elements can't be spelled by the symbols in the periodic table? So like the example there with this spelt out with the letters for the elements. A, carbon. B, astatine. C, tin. D, helium.
That's a fun game. There was a lecturer at Flinders Uni who actually did an entire poem and got it published in a poetry book using only the letters from the periodic table.
That is just beautiful, and he should have entered it in the competition. The chemistry people had stories from the periodic table.
Wow. Yeah, actually, do you know what? That rings a bell. I think he did.
Oh, perhaps he did.
Perhaps he did, yeah. He also, to show chirality, he used to cut a Barbie in half as well. Ask me about that a little bit later. All right, question 5. The NASA tracking station that was responsible for broadcasting the first 8 minutes of Neil Armstrong's arrival in the moon is in which Australian state or territory? Is it A, the ACT, B, Tasmania, C, New South Wales, or D, Western Australia? That is also a great movie.
So tell me real quick, is the lecturer who cut the Barbies in half, is he a serial killer now, or did it just stay at Barbie cutting level?
You know what? There's no evidence to suggest it didn't escalate, but everyone was suspicious.
It seems like an early sign.
It's yeah, that and I don't know, writing poems about the periodic table.
Question 6, I hope everyone is keeping up on their answer forms. Question 6 is, as of the 31st of January 2020, the size of the affected areas of the 2020 bushfire in Australia was larger than which of these countries? A, South Africa, B, the Netherlands, C, Japan, or D, France? I'm saying France because Andy is here.
Thank you so much. That makes me feel so at home.
France.
Yeah, I know. Everyone in South Australia does speak a little bit posher, but they really like to talk about how they're not. I think they're the only state not to be founded by convicts. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's a point of pride. It's a bit of an iffy one, but yes, they do say that.
Yeah. Although Australia in general, you love your little joke about drop bears, don't you?
Are we giving that joke away? There may be an international audience here, Andy.
Oh no! Oh, okay. We'll move on quickly. So, question 7. If you traveled through time at a rate of 1,000 years per second, approximately how long would it take you to reach the time at which our solar system was formed? And so the solar system's age is about 4.6 billion years old. Oh God, that's old. All right. Is it A, 6 days, B, 26 days, C, 53 days, or D, 81 days?
Look,
No.
Andy, I don't know how long it's going to take, but it wouldn't be a comfortable journey.
No, not at all. Also, at 1,000 years per second, I can't even imagine. I mean, I've got a little bit of a physics background, but I can't even imagine traveling at that speed. Would when if you were to scream, you would definitely not hear it, right?
I'm pretty sure that's how this works, yes. But I
Yeah,
think
all
this
right.
is just like us not to be able to imagine it.
Yeah, because I mean, I would be screaming. I scream on like rides. It's rubbish.
All right, I need to get the timing right with this one. You're going to hear 5 audio clips for the next question, everybody. And the question is, are these recordings the superb lyrebird or the thing listed next to it? So A, is this the superb lyrebird or a car alarm? Is this a lyrebird or a kookaburra? C, is this a lyrebird or a chainsaw? D, is this a lyrebird or a camera shutter? And lucky last, is E a lyrebird or a nail hammering? Oh, we're going to do them again. A lyrebird or a car alarm? B, a lyrebird or a kookaburra? Lyrebird or chainsaw for C? Do you think D is a lyrebird or a camera shutter? And is E a lyrebird or a nail hammering? First go round, I thought they were all the lyrebird. Second go round, I thought they were all the other things. So I hope everyone isn't as perplexed as me.
I'm just amazed that the lyrebird can make all of those sounds potentially.
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 We don't want to give anything away.
No, not at all. It's the lyrebird. There's an AI group that will take your voice. They get you to read out like 20 sentences, and then they essentially emulate your voice so that they can get you to say whatever you want. And I believe the AI group is called Lyrebird.
I would pay money for that.
Well, that's what they're hoping. All right. So, question number 9. Which time zone does the International Space Station go by? Is it A, the Australian Eastern Time? Is it B, North America Pacific Time? Is it C, the Greenwich Mean Time, the best time in the world? Or is it D, North America Central Time? Which one is it? Have you ever stood on the Greenwich Mean Time line?
I have, yes.
I think it's like one of those things that you've got to do, isn't it? It's like you go there, you stand on the line, you're like, I am time.
I'm not sure I said that myself, but I do like to say hello from the future in the mornings when Australia is in the new day and the US is not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really strange because I got family from around the world, and it's always nice. Hello, this is I'm calling from the future. It's fine.
The weather's nice here.
That's right.
Oh, okay. So this is a map of the supercontinent Pangaea. Where is Australia on this map? Is it marked with A, B, C, or D? And friends, we are halfway through the round, more than halfway through the round now. So don't forget to register if you do want to be in the running for those prizes. So where on that map is Australia?
That is tough. So this is the mega continent or mega world that existed ages ago, right?
I'm trying to turn my head and look at it at all the different angles, but it's not helping me.
Yeah. So this is where people were saying, obviously, there's a lot that people could walk between continents, and it's where I don't know the first species, once those separated, that's when huge differentiation happened. Talking about species and differentiation, question 11 is, which of these animals are most closely related to humans? Is it A, that spiky thing? Is it B, the gross, long, wet, moist thing? Is it C, the wet, see-through jellyfish type thing? Or is it D, the octopus? Which one of these animals are most closely related to humans? Oh, that's a tough one.
That is so tough. I feel like I'm going to be impressed and slightly upset, whatever the answer.
Yeah. Although, like, being slimy now maybe is a bit more of a compliment than I thought. Oh, so we, by the way, have no idea what the answers are, and we are just talking about what we think of the questions. So yeah, we have no idea. So don't use our commentary.
We're not pretending to be stupid just so that you won't beat us up for being nerds. We really don't know the answers. Question 12. Which of these bird species did ornithologist John Gould name after his wife, Elizabeth Gould? Gould's petrel, sorry, that's A. B, Gould's shortwing. C, Gouldian finch. Or D, Gould's jewel front. Now I have questions here. Why did he not name it Elizabeth, and why did he name it Gould if he was naming it after her? I feel he might have been naming it after him.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like one of those really rubbish moments where he's like, I named it after you, don't worry.
It's like when you get date to stand on the edge of the photos at the wedding in case you break up later and need to come out in family
Yeah,
photos.
that's right. And also, I feel like he walked into the house and he was like, oh, damn, I should have named it after the first name. I'll just make up. I'll just pretend that I've named it after her, but really it's just one big ego naming for myself.
I feel like that was a quick save.
Absolutely. All right. So question 13. Which of these national parks in Australia is largest by area? Is it Flinders Chase National Park? Is it Karijini National Park? Is it Little Desert National Park? Or is it D, Franklin Gordon Wild Rivers National Park? So which one of these is the largest by area? Have you been to any of those, Emma?
I don't think I have. If I do, I don't recall the names. They sound far away from me, though.
Yeah, I think I've been to Flinders. The Flinders Ranges are potentially in the Flinders Chase. I'll go with that. That seems fine, doesn't
Flinders
it?
went around Australia naming all kinds of stuff after himself.
That's true. Yeah, to be honest with you, if I traveled all the way to Australia on a boat, I would be naming all sorts of things, like just random things like rocks, plants.
After your wife.
Of course, after my wife, yeah. I'd be naming everything I could after a wife in her honor.
I've just been told, sorry to interrupt you, I've just been told that question 11, the answer sheet's a little bit odd. So we'll just quickly dash back to question 11. If you can turn that.
Sure. So we've just...
And the instruction is that you should follow the picture that's in the answer sheet. I believe, not the letter. I will be told very soon if I got that wrong, but there should be the picture in the answer sheet, and that's the one you should be following.
Okay, everyone. So we're just going to return back to question 11 because we've just been told that you need to follow the picture that's in the question sheet. So make sure that you're matching up the animal you're selecting here with what's in the question sheet. So just take a moment now just to double check that answer. So which one of these animals are most closely related to humans? Spiky thing, slimy thing, wet see-through thing, or thing with lots of legs? Make sure that matches up in your answer sheet.
Alrighty. back to number 14 then. The moon has approximately 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. Finally, something I know when it's not an answer, it's a question. If an object has a mass of 6 kilograms on Earth, how much mass would it have on the moon? A, 0.6 kilograms. B, 1 kilogram. C, 6 kilograms. D, 36 kilograms. Finally, one I can do.
Yeah, I like the idea that you'd weigh less on that. Although there was always that thing that struck me, the feather and the bowling ball that gets dropped. You see that on those moon experiments?
Yep, that one's about gravity. Yes,
Yeah.
I know that one.
I love it. Like the fact that you can drop a feather and a bowling ball and they land at the same time is incredible. But I think that's due to wind resistance more
The
than
fact that
anything.
anyone thought about taking a feather and a bowling ball to the moon is a question I would like to ask.
That's good. That's a very good point. All right. So, question 15. How many prime numbers are there between 0 and 30? So, we want numbers only, no spaces or alphabets. And so, they've got an example there of 13. I hope that makes more sense to you. No spaces or alphabets. So, how many?
Just type numbers.
That's right. Just numbers. So, how many prime numbers are there? This is like a normal question that makes you feel smart when you know the answer, right? Like prime numbers. It's like the basis of IQ.
Yeah, it impresses people at trivia, and I don't memorize stuff. For a scientist, I'm ridiculous. I'm like Homer Simpson, one thing in the ear, another thing out.
Yeah.
I knew this once. I know that I did, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, look, as a scientist, I can know stuff to pass exams, and now I'm all about Googling. I think the whole world is, right?
Yeah, it is tempting. Don't Google at home, people. Just a reminder. That wouldn't be a nice way to win, would it?
No, don't Google. If you Google, your hair falls out.
If you Google, you'll regret it later. You'll be up all night. You won't be able to sleep. You don't get bragging rights to your friends if you know you cheated. It wouldn't be fun.
Agreed. If you Google, I'm going to put a curse on you right now that you wet the bed. There we are. Done.
It's a bit rough. It's
Look,
a little bit rough.
It's not very nice to be Googling.
Oh, I think this is going to be my favorite question of the night. I love these. Question 16. Which of these hybrids is not a real animal? A zonkey, which is a zebra plus a donkey. B, a beefalo, a bison plus a cattle. This is getting me all tongue-tied. C, a lighter, a lion and a cheetah. And D, a jaglion, which is a jaguar and a lion. Which of those is not a real animal? I'm dyslexic, and smushing those words together was very hard for me.
Yeah, it's going against everything you've ever known and trying to undo. That's right. Yeah.
Once I'd smushed them, it was all over.
Absolutely. I love the idea of some of those. I love the idea. I want them all to exist.
Oh, this the question. The letters are in the wrong order. Same words. Just finding out what's going on this slide, people. I might need to say zonky a few more times.
So how many times can you say zonky before they change the slide?
Beefalo.
Right. Yeah, this is the next YouTube like stupid song hit right here. Make it. Someone out there on YouTube land, definitely make a song with graphics with these animals. I'll pay you $25 to do it.
Andy, I feel like your company could take care of something like that. Don't you make videos?
I do make videos, but I'm all about community development. I feel like this is a great thing to outsource.
Okay. So people follow what I've said, not what's on the slide. Or follow what you can see on the answer sheet. You can see the answer sheet. I cannot see the answer sheet. So choose lighter, zonky, beefalo, or jaglion. Whichever one of those you think isn't real, pick that word on your answer sheet, regardless of the order that I've read them out in. And I'm very sorry for whichever one isn't real, because Andy's right. They all sound marvelous.
I love every one of them. All right. Question 17, match question time. So you have to match the rock with its type. And here we've got igneous, metamorphic, or sedimentary. So for each one, A, B, C, D, and E, let us know what you think each one is. So match the rock with whether you think it's igneous, metamorphic, or sedimentary. That's hardcore. And also going back to like foundations geology, that's hardcore.
Wow, there were so many puns in there. Rocks, foundations, hardcore. That
they just flow. I'm just in flow state now. This is what being an entrepreneur is all about. After a few moments and half a banana, you enter this kind of zone where genius happens, and I don't even know what happens.
State.
The pun state. Absolutely. And also, just to let everyone know that we're in the second last question of round 1. So this is the time to make sure you've registered as well. So while you're matching up igneous, metamorphic, or sedimentary, make sure that you take the time to register, because then you're in the running to win some awesome merch. Who doesn't
Something
love
to play
merch?
for.
Absolutely. Have you got any Pint of Science merch? I think I've got a pin and a cup somewhere.
I have, I think, 5 Pint of Science pint glasses. One from each Pint of Science talk that I've done and each Pint of Science that I've emceed. I have no other merch, though.
That's brilliant. All right.
All right, we're on to question 18. Which of these is not the name of a NASA Mars rover? I get all the not ones. A, Sojourner. B, Opportunity. C, Odyssey. D, Perseverance. I've probably pronounced A wrong. Hopefully it's not named after someone I've offended. Sojourner.
You got it. You've rocked it. It's good. It's good. Also, I feel like you're getting the not ones because you've got a knot on your head.
Oh, and donuts.
I'm doing it.
I'm trying to pun to match with Andy, and it's really not working, is it?
I'm not normally this good. I am just in flow pun state right now. But
being modest.
What do I get? How do I get one of the headdresses that you've got? What are they called, and where do I buy them?
This is literally a strip of material, which you can buy in any haberdashery store. It really is nothing fancy. It's the way you tie it up around your head that's the fancy part.
All right. So you told me that people were asking you to put lipstick on Twitter. The next thing you have to do is an instructional for that knot. That's what I want.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done the same knot twice, though, so that would probably be a little bit embarrassing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your absolute last moment to register, because we are now at the end of the round. If you want to win something, register now.
Who doesn't want to win something? Who doesn't want to win some Pint of Science AU merch?
And make sure you submit your question forms as well as your registrations. The submissions will close in 1 minute. If we find that you have multiple submissions, if we find you have multiple submissions from the one team, if something goes wrong in that sheet, we will take the first submission and not any later submissions as the one that counts. And if you haven't registered, jump on now. Hopefully you're all getting there with the technology. Obviously very different than pub trivia, where I'd be walking around taking these off you right now. Or who am I kidding? I'd be making someone else take them off you right now.
Oh, you're a hard taskmaster, are you? You're there ripping answer sheets away from people? No, you've had your time.
Yeah, I have been known to get a little on the clock with that kind of thing. after tests as well with my first years, I have snatched a few papers back.
Oh, wow.
Well, we've got to watch the clock.
And look, it's the rules are the rules. Am I right?
There's rules and there's rules. There's some rules I'll bend. Generally
Okay.
not time rules, and definitely not when there's prizes to be won, people. So get those forms submitted. And you can still donate through the link that's going to come up soon. So, and have a look in the live chat if you want to contribute to what we're doing here. So, a countdown's come up. I think that might be our countdown to submission time, people. So make sure you are getting those forms in. Click, click, click. Just once, though, not lots of times. That will be lots of paperwork our end.
That's right, yeah. Were you really good with exams? Were you a sort of person that would leave like early, or would you always stay to the end?
Yeah, as a proper nerd, so I would be there till the end,
Same.
rechecking and testing everything. And
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I couldn't be dealing with this time pressure.
oh, that's it. We're closed. So your registrations have closed. So you can keep playing if you haven't registered, but you won't be in the running to win a prize. And you can still donate through the link that's up on the slides now and is also in the live chat. So we're going to have a break now. 5 minutes so that you have time to get your drinks and stretch your legs and all those things that don't involve queuing at the bar and queuing at a pub bathroom. So hopefully that's nicer in your own homes, everyone. Andy, what are you doing with your 5 minutes?
I'm probably going to go and have a drink of water and check that there's no stray hairs coming out of my nose.
Very important and practical. I'm going to go move my heater a little bit closer to my computer because it's cold in here.
Brilliant. All right. Well, I guess we'll see everyone in 5 minutes. And in the meantime, I believe that there's a Twitter dashboard that shows all of the hashtags. So the voice of God will maybe talk to you in a minute, but in 5 minutes' time, we'll get back to you. Enjoy. Do something fun in your 5 minutes. Run around your house. Get nude. It's your house. It doesn't matter. You can get nude if you want.
Don't you, though, Andy. Your camera's still on.
It's happening.
By the seashore, when it rains in the pause, on the video store keeps the lovers indoors. Lovers indoors didn't budget for the exact contours of the musical score. The musical score opens gaping source for another encore of some unfinished wars. Unfinished wars send her at the front door into the downpours raining by the seashore. Into the downpours raining by the seashore. You're spending most of your time inside a bottle of wine. Tell me why should I have to ask about all this broken glass? You didn't try to hide it. There's so much blood on the floor. What are we doing this for? You couldn't let it slide. It's getting desperate now. Can you turn the tide? This old spray crushing into her face. Might have run away, but can't see in this haze. Can't see in this haze. While there's so much rain, no amount of sun rays will make a brighter day. A brighter day, well that was just a phase. For this relocate, there is little praise. Little praise for that golden bay with its golden glaze corroded by the salt spray. With its golden glaze corroded by the salt spray. You're spending most of your time inside a bottle of wine. Tell me why should I have to ask about all this broken glass? You didn't try to hide it. There's so much blood on the floor. What are we doing this for? You couldn't let it slide. By the seashore, when it rains and it pours on the video store, keeps the lovers indoors. Lovers indoors, didn't budget for the exact contours of the musical score. The musical score opens gaping source for another encore of some unfinished wars. Unfinished wars send her out the front door into the downpours raining by the seashore. Into the downpours raining by the seashore. You're spending most of your time inside a bottle of wine. Tell me why. Why should I have to ask about all these broken glass? You didn't try to hide it. There's so much blood on the floor. What are we doing this for? You couldn't let it slide. It's getting desperate now. Can you turn the tide? This old fragrance.
Hello, Australia, through the magic of the internet. So I hope that you enjoyed round one. Based on the feedback that we've got, what we're going to do now is give you a little bit of time in round two after each question just to collect your thoughts, because obviously there's a load of people on Zoom having Zoom meetings to try to discuss the answers. So we'll be slowing down the questions just a little bit just so you can collect your thoughts. And then we'll be going on from there. So, Dr. Emma Beckett, how do you think you would go in round one?
As I said at the start, I'm very glad to be a host and not a question answerer at the moment, because I don't think I would have done very well at all. That was not my kind of science. But I think my round is coming up, so we'll see.
Oh, what do you reckon your best round would be?
I'm looking forward to the body questions. My first degree was biomedical science, so the human body is my jam. But yeah, there were a few geology questions in that last round that I definitely did not know the answer to.
Yeah, very good. Do you often get funny looks when you say that the human body is my jam?
Oh, maybe I should not say that quite as often, but yeah, the human body, it's cool. It's cool. It's weird, but it's cool.
Excellent. Yeah, the human body is weird. It is very, very weird. So online, if people can let us know what they think so far, that's excellent. So the moderators are sort of like moving the comments from the live stream to us. So let us know how you're going, what you've enjoyed so far. That would be brilliant. Now, everybody, take a bit of a stretch. Take a moment to find your inner peace. Stroke your beard if you've got one. If not, do this with your hair. And we will get into the round one answer reveal. And I believe there's going to be a voice from above.
Yes.
Oh, it's a sexy voice.
Yes, so I do have the answers, and for everyone who's playing at home, Andy and Emma do not. So they were entirely not fibbing whatsoever when they said they didn't know what the answers were to these questions. Am I stalling just a moment for us to fix a tech glitch in the background? Yes. But apart from that, I think we can go through these answers while the ICT people are doing their fantastic work getting all of those questions together that you've all submitted. All right, so moving on to question one, we were talking about what was the most slipperiest, and did you guys have an answer for this, Andy, Emma?
Oh, it's a tough one. Look, I would love for it to be banana peel and floor. That's what I'd love in my heart.
That's what cartoons have taught me.
And the cartoons in this case are actually correct. The answer is yes, banana peel and floor. Question two, which of these continents does not have a native deer species? It is Australia. Question three, match the formula to its name. And if we click the next slide, we'll find that that's the order of them there.
You're not going to read all that
try and go
maths to us
through
again?
all of those. But how many of them do you recognise, Emma? Do you use any of these?
Oh, not in real life. I know 2 of them from high school and 1 from first year maths. But yeah, I definitely did not know the universe equation. That's new to me.
Andy, I'm sure you'd recognise C, the ideal gas law, from your background.
Absolutely, yeah. PV equals nRT. I do not know how many times I've said that to a lecture full of people. I apologise in advance.
Another chemistry question coming straight up next, which is, which element can't be spelled by the symbols of the periodic table? And the answer is helium. I was having a little try to think about it myself, and looking at all the letters that are in there. It's the M that stuffs this one up. We use M quite often to symbolize a metal, but we don't have a symbol for M, so we could use.
So I can't write my name with the periodic table. Either can you, Tom?
No, I can't as well. No, I can't. That's really sad. Fun fact: letter J is not anywhere in any of the symbols. There are M's, but they are in certain sequences. But the letter J is not there at all. And the Q doesn't appear on any of the official ones either. It's only been used on some temporary element names. There you go. Question 5. The NASA tracking station that was responsible was in the ACT. Don't let the dish tell you that it was in Parkes. And when you were telling that, Andy, I was going, oh, you're giving people a bum steer right here.
I thought Parkes was in the ACT. Oh, no.
No, it's in New South Wales.
I had no idea about where it was. I just know that it was one of my favourite Australian films after The Castle.
Question 6. The size of the affected area in the 2020 bushfires was larger than the Netherlands. Question 7. If you travelled through time at a rate of 1,000 years per second, it would take you about 53 days to reach the time when our solar system was formed. 6
I would not
days
like
would
to
have been
see
the
your face
Cambrian
on arrival,
explosion,
though.
And 81 days would have been when the Murchison meteorite age, which is the oldest material known on Earth. Question 8. This is the one that you guys were waiting to find out about. The lyrebird, or they're actually all the lyrebird.
Yes!
No, that's amazing.
I am so excited about that.
Every single one of them is the lyrebird.
I wanted that so badly.
The only one that I thought might not have, I really couldn't believe that the chainsaw. That just sounded, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Question 9. What time zone does the International Space Station go by? GMT. Yeah. Where is Australia? Well, here. But it was letter D. I was having a look at that one, and I could kind of see that B, I think, is India, because India came up and then smacked into the part of Asia, Europe, and that's what created all the Himalayas. But D is what turned into Australia.
If my mum's watching, I'm in so much trouble for not knowing that.
Sorry, Emma's mum.
Question 11. Which of these animals is most closely related to humans? It's salps, which is number C, or letter C.
I definitely see the family resemblance.
Yeah. They belong to the same phylum as humans. For interest, the spiky thing was a sea urchin, Andy. The slimy thing was an earthworm.
Delicious.
The jellyfishy thing is a salp, and of course you got the octopus correct. 12.
That's the only one I knew properly.
12. It was Gould's finch, and it was originally known, or it is also known as the Gouldian finch. Moving on to question 13. It happens to be the one that I think, Andy, you may have had a little trouble pronouncing the name of. I'm not even going to try. It's B. Carrigini National Park. Question 14. if something has a mass of 6 kilograms, it doesn't matter where it is, the mass is still 6 kilograms. Its weight, though,
yes.
would have been 1 kilogram. So mass and weight are two different things. On Earth, they
Andy
happen to be
started
the same.
talking about weight and I got a little bit worried.
Yeah, I know. That was the one trick my old physics teacher used to play all the time, the difference between mass and weight. So I should have known. I should have known better.
Question 15. How many prime numbers are there? The answer is 10. We did get a couple of questions through the chat asking about whether or not 1 would be considered a prime number. And I know that there's a little bit of discussion about whether or not it is, but most mathematicians, as far as the people who wrote up this answer sheet that I've got in front of me, agree that a prime number needs to be something that's only divisible by 1 and itself. And so the number 1 can't be divisible by 1 and itself because it needs to have those two things that it's divisible by. So 1's a very special one. Which of these hybrids is not a real animal? It's the lighter. And whatever letter it happened to be on the answer sheet or in the script or whatever, I've got A in front of me. It's C on the slide. But be assured, if you selected lighter on the answer sheet, that's the one that we would have been giving you a correct for.
Can we talk to a rich mad scientist about making that happen, please? I would like to see the lighter.
Yeah,
well, it's
donations.
going to be really hard, Emma, because lions and cheetahs are actually from different genuses, and that's why it's not, the hybrid's really, really difficult and doesn't happen. So
we can CRISPR that stuff. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Have they even tried playing Barry White to them? Come on, we got to start at the basics.
An elephant and a pig, right? Okay, question 17. Looking at some rocks, and the answers are coming up on your screen now. Now, I'm not 100% sure, and I don't have the cheat in front of me to be sure of this, but I believe, if I remember correctly, igneous are the types of rocks that come from volcanoes. And sedimentary is stuff that's deposited over time. And I've got no idea what metamorphic is from. Do either of you know?
Guessing metamorphic has changed forms at some stage, maybe through temperature and pressure. Metamorphic as the name kind of suggests that, but I don't know. And also both my parents and my brother are geologists, and they'll be laughing at me on the internet right now. This clip is going to get downloaded and replayed at all the family events where they say how silly I am.
Well, if you are Emma's family and you want to tweet us at the moment at Pint of Science AU or use the hashtag PintAU Trivia, and you can tell Emma just how wrong she is at the moment and how correct she should have been.
Just take me down a few pegs.
Yeah. Question 18. Which of these is not the name of a NASA Mars rover? It was Odyssey.
Darn, I hoped for my sake it was the one I didn't know how to pronounce.
How
have I missed the news of that?
Yeah, it turns out, so some people may have recognized Odyssey being on a Mars mission. Odyssey was a Mars orbiter, so it wasn't actually a rover on the surface. And evidently Odyssey's been in operation since 2001. And that is the round of answers. Now, we are just going to hold on for a second. I'm just getting a couple of notes here saying that, I should warn everyone that the question sheets for each round are not open until we say that they're going to be open when the slide comes up. And what's the other notes I'm being given at the moment? The round form only opens once the questions start, so you don't need a fix, which is just what I've said. And the scoreboard might be ready by then, which I think is optimistic viewing from the people behind the scenes. I think we have... I get notifications on my phone whenever there's a purchase of a ticket through the website. And because we weren't going live with events in pubs this year when we were getting something like 10,000 tickets sold, I hadn't bothered to turn that off this year. this afternoon. It's just been going crazy with people logging in for this particular trivia session. So thank you so very much for everyone who's tuned in. Looking at the moment, I think we can see that there's about 380 people who are tuned in watching the trivia at the moment. That's pretty cool.
Can I say hello to all of those people who joined from the Twitter sphere? I know that many of my Twitter friends were interested. So hello to all my Twitter friends. And this is what I look like when my body actually moves and isn't just my daily selfie.
And I'm going to take that and say,
we stalled long enough.
And I also put it out on LinkedIn. So hello to all my LinkedIn friends. There we are. Now we got LinkedIn and Twitter, and we can fight to work out who's best.
Probably Facebook.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the answer's got to be YouTube, doesn't it? That's where we're live streaming at the moment.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
We love YouTube. Not sponsored.
I'm now going to try streaming the Hall of Fame from my phone straight into the live stream. And so if it breaks, I apologize, but I think
so we're going to find out where we're at.
So this is the scoreboard. And
there better be some good team names.
Coming up in first place is Pembo's Revenge, and Causing a Scene is second. But there's not much
close,
in it.
Though.
Very
Look at
close.
those scores. That's 90 points for the entire trivia session. So don't feel as though you only got a third of them right. We've still got 2 more rounds to go.
I hope the Granite Girls got all the rock questions.
Pavlov's frogs, love it.
5 sig figs, like that.
The naturopaths, nice to see naturopaths reaching out for some science.
E equals MC hammer.
I'm going to scroll much quicker down to the other
Whoa!
end.
Wow, incredible. So many
is.
teams.
Organizer Girl currently has Potato Award.
Organizer Girl, don't move from that position. Carry on being second worst.
That is an interesting position. Fight to hold. Good luck.
All right. And I am just checking to make sure that this form is live before I get out of your earbuds.
Excellent. So hopefully you're all clicking on that link right now. While we wait to see if you can all access the form, I'll say well done on surviving round 1, everyone. I definitely would be in contention for the Potato Award if I was playing, or possibly coming up right behind the Potato Award. So well done for you guys. So hopefully you're all clicking that link right now. Make sure in this second round that you put your team name exactly the same as you put on that first sheet so that they match up. Otherwise, there's going to be 2 teams with slightly different names getting not very good points, which might be a legitimate strategy for winning the Potato Award, but I'm not sure I would recommend it, and it's probably not going to get you that much bragging rights. So make sure you're matching up your names when you do get through to click on this second round answer form.
And the form is open now.
Form is open. Everything's running. So now we're going to go into round 2, which is the beautiful mind. We're going to be doing neuroscience, psychiatry, psychology, our body, my jam, medicine, human biology, and health. And we will be giving you some quiet time this round. So we have not cut out. We are not ignoring you. We're just going to give you a little bit of time between questions so that you can answer them. Okay, I will stop talking in that vein. First question for round 2. Which is not, I get another not question, an existing influenza A subtype? A, H3N2. B, H7N, no, I got that wrong, H9N2. C, H18N11. D, H19N3. That is my nightmare reading out a combination of numbers and letters. I'm going to give you those options again slowly. A, H3N2, B, H9N2, C, H18N11, D, H19N3. And I'm glad we need quiet time because I need a rest after that. Dance off, Andy. If Mum is watching, she will never believe that I was just quiet for 30 seconds. So hopefully that makes up for not knowing my rocks.
I do just want to scream now. I think Emma, as a fellow extrovert, I do just want to scream into the mic for 30 seconds, just to let off some steam, just to let it off. All right, now I think they were having a laugh with this question, weren't they? Hey, they're having a bloody laugh. All right, I'm going to try my absolute best. Match these phobias to its meaning. Here we go. Come on, Stapes. Alex taurophobia. 2, amaxophobia. 3, I like this one, pogonophobia. 4, samhainophobia. I'll go with that. 5, Venus trap phobia. So the meaning options are fear of beautiful women, B, fear of beards, which is near impossible, C, fear of chickens, D, fear of Halloween, and E, fear of riding in a car. So I will say this as quick as I can because I think it will be fun. Match these phobias to its meaning. Alextrophobia, amaxophobia, pongonophobia, samhainophobia, and Venus trap phobia. Venus trophobia. Fear of beautiful women, fear of beards, which we all agree is rubbish, fear of chickens, fear of Halloween, and fear of riding in a car. Good luck. All right, have you got any weird phobias, Emma?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm not really afraid of things.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm interested that people are afraid of beautiful women, and that there's a word for that. I had not thought of that one, so I look forward to finding out the answer there.
There's a, I
and also, I'm sorry I complained about the flu question, and you just had to read that.
I saw it and I was like, oh no, that's terrible. But I feel like the fear of beautiful women. Have you heard of incels? Check them out.
Ooh.
Google them afterwards. Maybe we should let them know that there's a proper thing that they can sort of latch onto. Some real science.
I'll be stealing that content for Twitter later.
As long as you tag me. Actually, you can't. Tag Verbalize Science. That's all I ask.
I certainly will. Okay, next question, much easier to read. Lucid dreaming happens when you're aware you're dreaming. Based on research from 1966 to 2016, what percentage of people have experienced at least one lucid dream in their life? So scientific that we told you the exact period of this research, 1966 to 2016. What percentage of people reported experiencing at least one lucid dream in their life? A, 25%, B, 35%, C, 45%, D, 55%. 25, 35, 45, or 55. How many people have had a lucid dream? So being aware that they're dreaming. They're all big numbers.
All right then, question number 4. Here we are.
It looks like we may have just lost our two MCs. I'm going to see what I can do to try and get them back. But in the meantime, I'll leave it to you to read the slides for question number 4, which was back in 1995. Researchers estimated how much saliva 5-year-old children produced per day. Which of these is closest to the results that they found? A pot, B, a schooner, C, a pint, D, a jug. And I'll stop the counter so it doesn't go down just for a moment while I try and get our MCs back online.
Brilliant. Well, there we are. Tom's asked the question. Go for it.
Sorry, Andy and I were trying to work out our mirror imaged screens there while you guys were all thinking. Hopefully we weren't too distracting. Next question is, which famous psychologist came up with the hierarchy of needs? This is a picture round, so you need to pick from those dudes in the pictures there. I don't know anything about them other than those pictures. So you pick A, B, C, D, just based on that guy's face. I really hope it was the happy-looking guy.
All right. So, question 6. Which year was Professor Ian Fraser's HPV vaccine first released in Australia? So this is numbers only, no spaces or alphabets. And there's an example there, 1551, which is probably not the answer. So which year was Professor Ian Fraser's HPV vaccine first released in Australia? Please put the answer, numbers only, no spaces or alphabets. And yeah, format it like that one, 1551, which probably isn't the answer, but could be the world's best, trickiest double bluff.
He would be a very old man. Another 5-pointer. Now, this is a tricky one. You need to match up the pairs. So these are karyotypes. Karyotypes show the number and the visual appearance of chromosomes in a cell nuclei of an organism. So you need to match those species to the karyotypes in the pit. So we have the first one is bull, cat, horse, human, and red-necked wallaby. You need to match those numbers to those karyotype pictures. And I'm glad I don't have to read out the karyotype.
I love this question for how hard it is.
It's overwhelming just to look at.
That's that should be the slogan of the quiz. The quiz was overwhelming to look at. This is incredible. If anyone gets this, I will buy them a drink of their choice that's under $50.
It's a big call.
Only if they're in Adelaide. And they know where I live. Which probably isn't that hard considering that I put my entire life on LinkedIn. All right, now this is another match question where you get 5 points. So I love a good gland me. All my friends are like, Andy loves glands. So what I need you to do is match the main endocrine glands to the hormones they produce. So, someone's having a laugh again. All right, adrenocorticotropic hormone, which is 1, 2, cortisol, 3, insulin, 4, I'm going to have to go to my notes, thyroxine, and 5, oxytocin. And so on the picture here, we've got A, B, C, D, and E. So match up the glands with which part of their endocrine system they are part of. Good luck, and always check your glands.
I definitely knew that last one, and I definitely know this one too. I am excited. Question 9 is, what does CRISPR in CRISPR-Cas9 stand for? Does it stand for CRISPR, Does it stand for Christopher Patterson? Does it stand for C, cluster rapidly interspaced short polymorphism repeats? Or D, clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats? So A is CRISPR, C, Christopher Patterson, C, clustered rapidly interspaced short polymorphism repeats, and D, clustered irregularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. That's 2 in a row, and I'm excited.
Well done, you. Well done. And I think there's a slight discrepancy from what's on the screen to what's in our notes. So for the people at home, just go with what's in the answer sheet. There's B, I think, is a bit different.
Never listen to me. Always go with what's in the answer sheet. Yes.
All right, question 10. So which of these mostly happens outside the stage of REM or REM sleep? A, eyes move rapidly in different directions. B, muscle relaxation, heart rate and temperature drop. C, dream. Or D, brain becomes most active. So which one of these mostly happens outside the stage of REM or REM sleep? A, eyes move rapidly in different directions. B, muscle relaxation, heart rate and temperature drop. C, dream. Or D, brain becomes most active. I love the fact that A could be eyes move rapidly in different directions, but like opposite directions.
Sounds uncomfortable. I got excited because I thought I had a food question and then I read ahead. In food terms, HSP stands for Halal Snack Pack. What
Delicious.
scientific personality trait has the same abbreviation and refers to people with a high degree of sensory processing sensitivity? A, highly sensitive person. B, high sensory personality. C, high sensory processing. D, highly sensitive processor. If I've read them out in the wrong order to what you can see on your answer sheet, ignore me. I'm just the pretty face talking head. Go with what is on your answer sheet. They're all going to be HSP something in different orders. My dyslexic brain might have got them wrong. Go with your answer sheet, people at home. Overrule me.
All right, number 12. So what is the most frequent word people say when sleep talking? Just a little cute side fact. I used to share a bedroom with my brother, and one night he whispered, this is Lee Stapleton, who lives in Auckland. So if you're in Auckland, make sure you text him or whatever. But anyway, he said, "Good night, Snow White," which is just the most adorable thing ever. Anyway, that's not in there. What is the most frequent word people say when sleep talking? Is it A, what? Is it B, you? Is it C, me? Or is it D, no? Maybe like that. What is the most frequent word people say when sleep talking? Is it A, what? B, you? C, me? Or D, no?
I'm excited to ask this question because I have met some of these people. I won't tell you which one because it will give it away. So this is another 5-pointer for our second last question of the round. Sort this list of Australian Nobel laureates in physiology and medicine in chronological order. So on your answer sheet, we want number 1 to be the oldest Nobel Prize winner and number 5 to be the most recent. So this is in the order that they've won their Nobel Prizes, I think, not the ages of the people, though that might line up. So A is Sir Macfarlane Burnet, B, Professor Peter Charles Doherty, C, Professor Barry James Marshall and Dr. Robin Warren, D, Sir Howard Walter Florey, and E, Professor Elizabeth Blackburn. So order from oldest Nobel Prize through to the most recent of those Nobel Prize winners.
You would feel absolutely duped if you had to share it. Okay, so this is the last question in the round. So after this, please remember to submit your form. But first, the last question. So for which disease did the WHO last declare a pandemic? And this is before 2020. So was it A, SARS, B, MERS, C, swine flu, or D, Ebola? So that is for which disease did the WHO last declare a pandemic? And this is before this year, before 2020. So is it A, SARS, B, MERS, C, swine flu, or D, Ebola? What a horrible CV.
All right, so that is the end of round 2. We are going to go to another break. Registrations are closed now for teams, but you can still keep playing and you can donate to Pint of Science for future events at that link. And please post on the socials how you're doing this tonight. All 300 of you, please do flood our socials with that hashtag PintAU online, PintAU online trivia, and tell us how you set up tonight. And we'd also love to hear about your dream experiences. I'll tell you all real quick. My boyfriend woke up 4 times in the night recently, shouting about the things crawling on the roof. Same dream over and over again, all throughout the night. So take your photo. Back to the point. Take your photo. How you're set up. If you're at home on your own, show us your setup. Show us your team photo on Zoom. Show us what you're doing and how you're playing. We would love to see your lovely faces because you can see ours.
So beautiful. Do you know there's a really simple way to do some lucid dreaming? So you've got to train yourself. You've got about a week where every time you read something, you read it, you look away, and you reread it, and you just get into that habit. And then after about a week, you'll be dreaming, and you'll read something in your dream, and you'll resort to that habit, and then you'll look at it, look away, look back, and the words have changed, and then you'll go, I am dreaming, and then you can fly. So it's as easy as that. They make it sound like it's really hard, but there we are. That's actually how you do it, but I'm sure there's a lot more to it.
I always thought of lucid dreaming as just stubborn dreaming, when you don't like where the dream's going and you half wake up and go, that was a bad dream, I wasn't enjoying it, and then you force yourself to go back in and rewrite the end of that dream. I do that a
That's
lot. I call
cool.
that stubborn dreaming.
I love that. I love that. And I always find that happens best first thing in the morning. You wake up and you're like, oh, I really want to go back to that dream. And you can just close your eyes, boom, you're back in.
Yeah, and then you forget the good ones so quickly. Guys, that countdown, that is for you guys to put your forms in. So please get those forms in. We don't want you to miss out on all those lovely points from round 2, because if you're anything like me, that was your favorite round. I feel like there should be a big angry buzzer. Time's up. Round 2 answers need to be submitted. Guys, we're going to have a very short break because we are running behind time. Maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe we're giving you enough time to answer the questions. But either way, hopefully you're all still having fun. We're going to have a very short break and we'll be back soon for round 3. Cool. Sorry about answering you before too. I didn't know what else to do.
All right. Welcome to the round 2 answers, which we'll fly through fairly quickly in the interest of time. So for question 1 of round 2, it was H19N3. There are only 18 known subtypes of the HA, where there are 11 of the N type. Question 2, the answer was electrophobia is a fear of chickens. Amaxophobia is a fear of riding in cars. Pogonophobia, fear of beards. That's the one for you to remember, Andy.
Nope.
Fear of Halloween. Venus trypophobia, Venus, of course. The fear of beautiful women. Cool. Question 3. Percentage of people who've experienced at least one lucid dream, 55%. Most of us have. Question 4. The answer is 1 pint of saliva a day. Now, of course, in South Australia, you don't get to just produce a little bit less saliva because your pint is actually a schooner, and so that has to be an imperial pint for you guys. We consider you still part of Australia, even though the rest of us use a pint as 565 mils.
Thank you.
Question 5. The answer was C.
The smiley guy, yes.
Smiley guy. His name is Maslow. Abraham Maslow. He's well known for Maslow's Pyramid of Needs. Question 6. It was 2007. I remember when this came out and all the big promo around trying to get the vaccine, the catch up for everyone to be able to grab it. Question 7. I'm not going to read it out, but the karyotypes are highlighted on your screen. The trick here was to count them. It's easier to be able to tell that the human one was 22 plus a couple of sex chromosomes, for instance. But I would have only got one of those right, I think. Question 8. Another matchup one, which the answers will come up onto your screen. You would have got all of these right, Emma?
I had that one. That's the first one I've been absolutely confident on.
Fantastic. I've just been told to go a little slower. I'm trying to catch up time, guys. Question 9. What does CRISPR stand for? Andy. You've already got the answer in front of you. I was going to ask you what your answer was. Clustered regularly into space, short palindromic repeats. The palindromic bit's really important, isn't it, Emma?
Yeah, that's a key to its functionality. And I think for people who knew a little bit about genetics, but not very much, they might have gone for C with the polymorphism, thinking about what CRISPR does. So that was a good decoy question as a multiple choice writer myself. But as I learned in a multiple choice writing class recently, if in doubt, go for the longest answer, because the longest answer is more likely to be correct.
So question D, which of these mostly happen outside of the stage of REM? It is B, muscle relaxation, heart rate and temperature drop. Question 11, then HSB is a halal snack pack, but it's also a highly sensitive person. The research that defined that was actually published in 2014. Question 12, what is the most frequent word people say when sleep talking? No.
That's so negative. Why can't it be Good Night Snow White?
I know.
Lee Stapleton in Auckland. Go find him.
Yeah. Question 13. The list of Australian Nobel laureates in physiology and medicine. That might have been a bit of a trick. It's specifically in physiology and medicine. The answer is in order: Sir Howard Florey, Sir Macfarlane Burnet, Professor Peter Charles Doherty, Professor Barry James Marshall and Dr. Robin Warren, and Professor Elizabeth Blackburn. The one that I recognise out of that list, I recognise a couple of them, but the one that's got a fun story is Barry Marshall, to do with stomach ulcers, and to prove that he was right, he actually ended up drinking his bacteria stuff to prove that it was actually a bacterial infection. Don't do that. There's easier ways of proving yourself in science these days.
Can I tell you real quick? I met him and asked him what it tasted like. He said very off chicken.
I'm I want to know how he even knows that bit.
Well, you can imagine what off chicken would taste like when you smell it. You've smelt bad chicken before, but he did it anyway, and I think that deserves a prize in itself.
Well,
Agreed.
he got one of the biggest prizes in the world. Question 14. For which disease did the WHO last declare a pandemic? It was the swine flu. I thought it was Ebola, but I think Ebola didn't quite get big enough and spread in enough countries for it to be considered a proper pandemic. It was epidemics inside countries, but it wasn't a global pandemic. And that is the round. I'm looking over to my other screen, and it appears as though we do have the scoreboard. I'm going to just ask there. Score, question mark. And yes, we do. So I'm able to flick us over to the Hall of Fame. Once I press the button, this is why I don't do this. I try and do too many things at once.
These scores are so fresh.
So fresh. All the thumbs up.
Fresh.
And coming in first place is... Surely you're happy about that, Emma?
Fruit salad. They
salad.
might be the people who voted for me to wear the other dress. If that is a shout out to that, I am very, very, very impressed.
There's Distant Socialists.
I like
came
that
in
name
second.
a lot.
It's still a very tight game. Look at that. There's only 2 points between first and third. 3
Anyone's
points
game.
between first and fourth and fifth. Oh my goodness, it's really, really close. So it could be anyone's from this last game. I will just remind everyone that if there is a tiebreak at the very end, we don't have a tie-breaking question, but it's based on how soon you submit your answers, and it's cumulative over the three rounds, so the shortest amount of time overall.
Tom,
Of
I
course,
feel
the
like
one
you
we
should
wanna
have said
know-
that at the start. That's big information.
The trivia zomes are coming in second last.
Good name, though.
Brilliant name.
Alrighty, I think we're ready to go on to round 3.
All right, perfect. So, in terms of housekeeping reminders, please ensure your team name and email address are consistent as you're submitting your forms, please, and ensure that you're in the right form now. Okay, so make sure you're in round 3's form. That's the main thing. But yeah, looking forward to getting into round 3. I'm sure there'll be some fantastic questions with really tricky language in it, and I'm looking forward to trying to get through those names. So round 3 is Tech Me Out, where we've got biotechnology, robotics, computers, and also our society, where we've got law, history, politics, policy, and languages. I thought this was a science quiz. Come on now. This is getting too lax and liberal for my liking.
Science is everything, Andy. Science is everything.
That's right. Yeah, I'll remember that. So, what did you think, Emma, of the second round? You said you felt like that would be your best, right?
Definitely would have been my best if I'd been playing. Yeah, the human body, as I said, is my jam. I'm probably going to struggle a bit more with the technology questions. I'm the kind of person who appreciates technology but doesn't always know the right words for it. So that's going to be interesting. But fun fact, my first attempt at university was a law degree. So maybe some science law might be up my alley. But I'm terrible at history. I have no sense of time. So that's going to be interesting. And I'll need to remember not to say anything nasty when we get to the politics questions.
Perfect. If you do say something nasty, everyone at home donate $1. There we are. We'll turn it into something positive. So we're off. Round 3, question 1. What comes next in this sequence? So we've got lollipop, marshmallow, nugget or nougat. Depends on how would you say that, Emma?
I say nougat. Do you say nugget?
I don't know what I say now. I'm so confused. I'm in accent limbo. I say whatever I want. And then Oreo. So what comes next in this sequence? Lollipop, marshmallow, nougat, Oreo. Is it A, pudding? Is it B, pie? Is it C, popsicle? or is it D, praline or praline? I'll just say everything the wrong way. What comes next in this sequence? Lollipop, marshmallow, nougat, Oreo, and then is it A, pudding? Is it B, pie? Is it C, popsicle? Or is it D, praline or praline?
Now I'm
It's all
regretting not
delicious,
having
whatever
this.
it is.
This is a very me question. Comprising of 15.4% of total emoji use worldwide, which emoji won the Guinness World Record for most popular emoji in 2016 and is still the most used emoji today? Is it A, rolling on the floor laughing, B, smiling face with heart-shaped eyes, C, the love heart, or D, the face with tears of joy? Which of those is the most used emoji today and has been since 2016?
I can't believe peaches isn't in there.
That might be a bit more modern. It's probably going to catch up.
This one hurts my heart a little bit, deep down inside. So question 3. According to data scraped from 10,000 Facebook status updates, on which day of the week are breakups the most common? Is it A, Friday? Is it B, Saturday? Is it C, Sunday? Or is it D, Monday? So according to data scraped, it's such a weird term to be scraped from the internet, isn't it? It sounds like it's a little bit like infectious and pus-filled. But according to data scraped from 10,000 Facebook status updates, on which day of the week are breakups the most common? Is it Friday? Is it Saturday? Is it Sunday? Or Monday?
And are you sad because of the data scraping or sad because of the breakups?
I don't know. It's all a bit weird, isn't it? I think the scraping combined with sad people. God, imagine being broken up with and having to go to work on a Monday. God, what a day.
Oh, wow, what a question. What unit do we use to measure the speed of your computer mouse? That is question 4. Is it A, Mickeys per second, B, ducks per second, C, millimeters per second, or D, pixels per minute? Is it Mickeys, ducks, millimeters, or pixels?
Okay then, question 5. In 2020, on which date do we celebrate women's achievement in STEM? A day named after Ada Lovelace. Is it A, September 29? Is it B, October the 2nd? Is it C, October 8th? Is it D, October 13th? So in 2020, on which date do we celebrate women's achievement in STEM? Is it September 29th? Is it October 2nd? Is it October 8th? Or is it October 13th?
Or E, every day?
every day? I celebrate you right now, Emma.
Oh, I'm blushing. Question 6. How long is the minimum time that you need to keep your data for a clinical trial research? Is it A, 1 year, B, 5 years, C, 10 years, or D, 15 years? Do you have to keep clinical trial research data for 1, 5, 10, or 15 years? After you've got your ethics approval, of course.
Okay, so now this is another audio question. So for each audio, what fictional language is spoken? So it'll play all of it once and then it will play all of it again the second time. So the options are Dothraki. Oh god, what are these other ones? Do you know these ones? Dover, Housel, High Valerian, Klingon, and Na'vi. So audio 1.
Kalt'e narodów
Audio 2. Audio 3.
Dremjolok, greetings, wundernik.
Hasjarrainessi.
All right. So match the fictional language spoken. So is it Dothraki? Is it Dovazul? Do you know what that one is? I don't know what language that is. Is it High Valerian? Is it Klingon or Na'vi? So I think we're going to hear them all one more time.
Kalt'e narodów
Nuktak och puchpaet.
Daor nyuho rakeros aldrizes issa.
Dremjolok, greetings, wundernik.
Hasjarrainessi.
Those are some cool languages. So choose which one match the fictional language.
Imagine it's your job to make up a language.
That would be amazing. I don't even know where to start. Start with my name, Andy, to...
Another very me question. Question 8. Which language does the word emoji originate from? Is it A, Spanish, B, Latin, C, Japanese, D, Greek? The word emoji, is it Spanish, Latin, Japanese, or Greek?
Okay, question 9. What was sent in the first electronic message sent between two computers? Was it A, hello, B, low, just hello, C, hello world, or D, login? So what was sent in the first electronic message sent between two computers? One thing that amazes me about this is you've got to make one computer and then make another one and trust that they can speak to each other. I'm sure it was more planned out than that, but was it A, hello, B, low, C, hello world, or D, log in?
Question 10. So this is another matchy question. You need to match the women on this table with what they were the first to do. So they're all women in STEM pioneers. So our list of women is Choi Suk-young Yong-sung, Chang Meeman, Dorothy Hill, Shirley Ann Jackson, and Valentina Tereshkova. Their action options are A, the first woman and person to observe the X3972 subatomic particle. B, the first woman in space. C, the first woman to become a professor of an Australian university. D, the first woman to lead China's Institute of Vertebrate Paleontology and Paleoanthropology. And E, the first woman to get a PhD from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So match those pioneering STEM women as the numbers with the letters of what they were the first woman to do, or the first to do. Did anyone notice the confidence with which I pronounced those names?
I was going to say, well done on all of those names. Fantastic. You were telling me earlier on in the week that your sister studies or speaks Korean. Is that right?
Yep, 2 of my sisters study Korean. One of them is very, very good at it. And so I checked with her how I needed to say that one.
That's fantastic. Well done. What are you the first woman to do you think?
First woman to do. Gosh, it must be something frivolous to do with earrings and hair and dresses and things.
I love it. I love the fact it could be the first woman scientist to wear what is it, ice cream earrings and a donut top in the lab.
Yeah, there is apparently a girl who dresses just like me on a dating show on TV, though, so I'm not even that original, but she doesn't have a lab.
No, you've out-scienced her. Well done. All right, so I think we're up to number 11. So match these ologies to their meanings. This is going to be another fun one. So we've got 1, boxology, 2, gerontology, I got that right. 3, odontology, that was 3. 4, odontology, Jesus, and 5, teratology. So I'm not going to say those again, but you can read them. Look at them; they look lovely. Just ignore the vowels. The meanings could be aging, the study of aging. That's A. B. The study of dragonflies and damselflies. C. The study of schematic layouts. D. The study of structure, development of teeth. And E. The study of wonders and monsters. That would be amazing. I love that. Wonders and monsters. So match up those ologies to their meanings. I'm going to go for it. Boxology, gerontology, odontology, donotology, and teratology. Boom. Rocked it.
I
Match
can't
'em up.
believe I was bragging about name pronunciations, then you just had to do that.
That's look, it took me a while to warm up, but I did it.
Huge. I feel
I
like I'm in
love
the wrong
some
profession.
ologies. Yeah, I know.
We both
What
just
would-
had the same thought.
Exactly. What would you prefer to study out of all of those, do you think?
That is not even a question. Obviously, the study of wonders and monsters. If I'd known that was something you could grow up and do as an ology.
Yeah, I think that's wicked. I do like the idea that, because as a scientist, sometimes you enter a room and you can kind of put people a little bit off if you jump too deep too quickly into your profession. I love the idea of going into a room and people saying, well, what do you do? And you can say, I study schematic layouts. If you want to see a blank face, I reckon that would be the thing to be doing, right?
Yeah, this has never been a problem for me. It's always very obvious what kind of science I do when I walk into a room because I'm always dressed like this.
Wicked.
Question 12. According to tech security firm Splash Data, what was the most commonly used password in 2019? Guys, if one of these is your password, change
It's
it quickly.
terrible.
A, password. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. C, QWERTY. Or D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If anyone is recognizing their password on the screen, go and reset all your passwords now.
I think I'll change mine to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Perfect.
Tricky.
Okay. Question 13. Of these 4 famous writers, who has the earliest wake up time? So, is it A, Stephen King, the author of It? Is it B, Charles Dickens, the author of Great Expectations? Is it C, Virginia Woolf from Miss Dalloway? Or is it D, F, Scott Fitzgerald, who wrote The Great Gatsby? So, of these 4 famous writers, who has the earliest wake up time? And I hope that wake up time is no earlier than about 8 a.m. That's any earlier than that, and I think you should reconsider your life.
This certainly is trivia.
Yeah. So, is it A, Stephen King, B, Charles Dickens, C, Virginia Woolf, or D, F, Scott Fitzgerald? I love that name.
I also have questions about this question being in the present tense, but we'll gloss over that.
Take it up with God.
Unless that was a trick and I've just given it away. Remember, I don't know the answers, and this is definitely a very trivial question. So these 4 photos are taken from verified social influencer accounts on Instagram, each with over 200,000 followers each. Out of these 4 photos, which is the only influencer that is not an AI-generated CGIs? In other words, pick the picture that comes from the account that is run by a real human. So have a look at those pictures. Is it A, B, C, or D? Oh, the image. Sorry, I've paraphrased and gotten that wrong. Which of these images is not a real human? So posted by influencers. Which of these is a real human? So 3 of those girls are not real. Reminding me of the man who explained to us all on Twitter last week what it was like to be a woman on the internet.
I'm sure he had lots of really good insights that you took to heart.
I'm still confused about the question. Which influencer is not an AI-generated CGI? Which one of these is a real human? The whole influencer is...
So there are 3 images on screen where the images are created, they're computer-generated images. Which of them is not computer-generated? Which of them is a real human that's been photographed?
Yeah, so 3 of them are not real. Well, they're real because we can see them, but they're AI generated, and one of them is real. Pick the one that is real. I'm getting caught up in the fact that the influencer, whether it's the account or the photo, but which of these is a real lady?
All right.
It's going to go downhill even further now.
All right. I'm gonna. So this question may take a while to get through. All right. It's a short answer. So write the word science in binary. So that's 001110011001111100, etc. So it is a capital S. I've been told it's a hint at. So as usual, please use numbers only, no spaces, and stay away from the alphabet keys of your keyboard. So we just want science in binary, 1001100010011100, etc. Did I get close, do you think?
Andy, was that a swear?
You got me. I hope everyone was able to see clearly after writing 0 and 1 for an infinite amount of time.
It boggles the mind even to think about it. Here's another question that makes me regret not disclosing my reading difficulties when I signed up to this job. In the English language, pangrams are sentences that use every letter of the alphabet at least once. The perfect pangram uses each letter of the alphabet only once. Which of these pangrams is a perfect pangram? A, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. B, pack my box with 5 dozen liquor jugs. C, how vexingly quick daft zebras jump. D, Mr. Jock, TV quiz PhD, bags few links X.
You rocked it.
That caused me a lot of anxiety, but I got him out, I think. Of course, look at the letters. Don't listen to me.
Okay, good luck with this one. An example for the results of a fizz buzz test is 1, 2, fizz, 4, buzz, fizz, 7, 8, fizz, buzz, 11, fizz, 13, 14, fizz, buzz, 16, 17, fizz, 19, buzz. Boom. Which of the statements below is not correct about the test? Print fizz buzz for prime numbers. Print fizzbuzz for multiples of 3 and 5. C, print fizz for multiples of 3. And D, print buzz for multiples of 5. So an example for the results of a fizz buzz test is 1, 2, fizz, 4, buzz, fizz, 7, 8, fizz, buzz, 11, fizz, 13, 14, fizz, buzz, 16, 17, fizz, 19, buzz. Which of the statements below is not correct about the test? So which of the statements is not correct? Print fizzbuzz for prime numbers, print fizzbuzz for multiples of 3 and 5, print fizz for multiples of 3, or print buzz for multiples of 5. Oh, my mind's a mess after that.
Nailed it.
Yes.
All right, the last ever question. Not the last ever question, because science will go on after tonight, where we will ask many more questions. But the last question for tonight, and this is a short answer question, so no more options. You enter it in. This Australian woman co-founded and currently leads a $1 billion digital design company in Australia that is used by over 15 million users. He was also in Forbes Asia 30 under 30 in the enterprise category in 2016. Who is she? Please enter your answers all lowercase with a space between the first and last name. As in the example with Bob Smith there, though I do not think that is her name. So who is this woman? I assume she's also the woman in the picture and that's not a trick. However, she also may be CGI. Who knows anymore? It's the internet.
Reality's blurred.
Okay, hopefully you are all done typing in your answer because it is now time to do your final submissions. You need to submit that last answer sheet so that you can get up there on the leaderboard or get down to the potato number if that's what you're striving for, or end up number 150, which would also be cool, somewhere in the middle. The point is you played. So submit those forms now. 30 seconds to submit. There is a countdown there. I just can't see it on the yellow background.
So you were saying that potentially
It magically flooded down to the pink background when I said that. Did I do that with my mind? Now it's on the green. Oh, gosh.
You did do that with your mind. It was the amplification from the knot on your head. That's what did it.
How did you feel about that round, Andy? You got any?
Well, I feel like that should have been my best round, but I was just so confused with what was reality and not that I'm not sure whether I even think I exist anymore.
That's it, guys. Submissions are closing.
Fantastic. So up there, it says pintofscience.com.au/donate. So please consider making a donation to Pint of Science. And you can even choose sciencey donation stuff. So let's have a look. We've got a few ideas here for you. Do you know what pie is, Emma?
I know several pies.
Good.
Cherry, apple, pumpkin. No, not the pies we're talking about.
This is because you haven't had dinner. This is what this is. But pie, $3.14. Go and donate pie.
You don't need to continue with all the decimals. That will confuse your bank.
It will confuse the bank. The speed of light. I love that this is an option. And if you donate this, I will personally come and give you a back rub wherever you are, because they'll fly me out. But if you want to donate $299,792,258, there we are. There's a nice sciencey donation. Also, you have to be very rich, or just
feel like if you've got
rich.
that money, you've probably got better things to do on a Tuesday night.
No. How dare you? No way. They'd want to see our face, of course. And also standard gravity. I love that one. That's $9.80. No, hang on a minute. Yes, that's that much. So there we are. I won't come and give you a back rub for that, but I'll send you a photo of me patting my dog if you donate that much money. So I think that's pretty good. So please go and donate. That would be fantastic. So now, please follow Pint of Science for more awesome events. And so I think now we're ready. If the voice of God is there, oh no, here we are. This is more. Okay, so follow more awesome events. There's all of these extra things. The answers for the trivia will also be posted up onto social media. And we'll also be asking for feedback from all of you online. So please, on Wednesday, the 13th of May, there's this panel session. So please go check it out. I know there's going to be so many awesome online events that are happening. And the great thing is you don't even have to leave your house. You can sit at home in your underwear if you wish and attend science events. I do not know if there's a better way to consume science than in your underwear and watching clever people talk about nice, interesting things. Emma, if you were to sit in your underwear and watch a science thing, what would it be?
I would watch all of these science things. I've had a great time today with the "This is my science" hashtag on Twitter. There were hundreds of them going off today, and I've learned so much, and I've found so many new people to follow on the social media, Instagram as well, through that. So that's been wonderful.
That's brilliant. I really like the Reddit Ask Me Anything. I think that's really cool. That's something that I love Reddit. I love the Ask Me Anything. But the fact that we're putting scientists out into the world on the internet is part scary for the scientist, I think. I don't know. Reddit can be a little bit of a scary place. What do you think?
And Ask Me Anything is a very, very broad scope of things to be asked. And the internet does like to push those boundaries. So when there's no boundaries, the internet really could come at you hard. So good luck to those scientists.
I'm going to get that on a t-shirt. The internet's coming at you hard.
Well, fortunately
Love
for
it.
those who were on the AMAs today, the internet did not come at them too hard, but there were lots of questions, curly questions, that were answered, so that was fantastic.
Brilliant.
Speaking
Good
of
on you.
answering questions,
That's my cat, everyone. Sorry.
speaking of answering questions, we've got some answers. So we'll move through the answers to round 3. So question 1, what comes next in this sequence? Lollipop, marshmallow, nougat, Oreo. The answer is pie. These are Android OS names, and they actually had to get special permission to be able to use O for Oreo from the company. Question 2. Comprising about 15.4% of total emoji use. It is the face with tears of joy. Is that your favorite, Emma?
I have most definitely contributed to that being the most used emoji for sure.
Question 3. The answer to the data that's scraped from Facebook is breakups were most likely on a Monday.
Oh, what? That's the worst day.
So, and in fact, actually looking, I've got some more data in front of me. The least likely day to get broken up with is on Christmas Day.
Well,
And
every
the
cloud has a
researchers
silver
think it's
lining,
probably
I
because
guess.
it's too cruel to be broken up with on Christmas Day.
Absolutely.
Question 4. How do you measure the speed of a computer mouse? It is Mickeys per second.
That's outrageous.
Mickey Mouse.
The scientists are taking the mick when they named
Yeah.
that.
Question 5. It was October 13 is Ada Lovelace Day. It's not actually a fixed date, but it's a second Tuesday in October. So in 2020, that's going to be the 13th of October. Question 6. How long is the minimum time you need to keep your data for clinical research? It's 15 years. So your record management needs to be pretty good. Question 7. Match the fictional languages spoken, and the answers will come up on screen in that order. I'm just looking. I'm not 100% sure whether that is actually the correct order, but I can't say the words. Naktahopacha is Klingon for where's the bathroom. The other one that is High Valerian from Game of Thrones is it is my friend's dragon. Dothraki, also from Game of Thrones. Did you know? Hashir na Nisai or something. Navi from Avatar. Hello, how are you? And the Dovazul, the Elder Scrolls from Skyrim. Greetings, traveller. Question 8. Which language did the word emoji originate from? It is Japanese.
I nearly gave that one away.
Yeah. Question 9. What's the first electronic message sent? It is low.
Oh,
they
that's
intended
annoying.
to send the word login. However, the system crashed just after they sent the first 2 letters.
I knew there had to be a story like that.
Question
Classic.
10. These women are all STEM pioneers. And the order of what they are is on screen now. I'll just give a little more for that. Everyone in Australia should know Dorothy Hill's name. And if you don't, now you do. Excellent. Question 11. Match these ologies to its meaning. The ology that you're after, Andy, is teratology, which is the study of wonders and monsters. The others are on the screen at the moment. Boxology, the study of layouts. Gerontology, the study of aging. Odontology, study of dragonflies and damselflies. Odontology, the study of structure, development of teeth. Question 12. According to the tech security firm, 123456 is the most common password used in 2019. Please
how
change
annoying.
your password now. Question
Come on,
13.
guys.
Of the 4 famous writers, who has the earliest wake-up time? It was Charles Dickens. And I have a big graphic here that we might share on social media at some point that shows all the normal wake-up times of all these writers. Fantastic that someone researched that. Question 14. These 4 photos are taken from Instagram influencer accounts with lots of followers. The answer of which one is a human is D. All the others, those images, are computer-generated images, and you can see the follower count there. So the first one, I can't pronounce this. 2.2 million followers for A, 238,000 for B, 200,000 for C. Those are all computer-generated images.
Wow.
I've only
Why
got
are we
like
even trying?
199,000 to go.
Yeah. Keep working on it. Question 15. Writing the word science in binary. 011010101010101010101010101010101010101. There you go.
Does anyone want to tell him he's wrong?
You just won science. Well done.
Question 16. The answer for the perfect pangram is D. Mr. Jock, TV quiz PhD, bags few links. I don't know how many times you would say that sentence in real life, though. Question 17. Which of the statements below is not correct about the FizzBuzz test? It's A. Print FizzBuzz for prime numbers. Of course, 2 is a prime number, and that's the one that makes... actually, and 3 would be as well. So there's a couple of things that made that incorrect. Question 18. This Australian woman co-founded and currently leads a $1 billion digital design company in Australia. Her name is Melanie Perkins, and she is the co-founder and CEO of Canva. And that is all of the answers. How did everyone go, do you reckon?
Better than I would have.
I think it was a nice array of questions, but I am really interested to see the top 4 or 5. Like, what really separates them? I wonder, in the brain's trust that is the internet and the scientists of Australia, if not the world, how closely clever are these groups?
And I guess this really goes to show this is why we do science in teams, because you need different experts in different areas. And tonight's vast array of questions surely demonstrated that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nice little interdisciplinary experiment. Love it.
Interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary. Have I missed any of them?
Are they all? They're all different.
They're all somehow subtly different, but I feel like no one who uses any of the words actually knows.
That's good. Oh, good. You just made me feel a lot better.
I'm going to interrupt you guys just for a minute. We are waiting just a little bit longer. We have actually had a specific question to explain the FizzBuzz test again. So I'm going to look over to our slides and see if we can quickly go back to that one.
It's coding.
Yes, so I'll bring that up now for us here. So the FizzBuzz test, in computer language, when you say print, you want to make those words or whatever you put in behind the print to appear on whatever you want to show it on. It could be a screen or it could be on a piece of paper if you have a printer. And in this case, we can see that B, C, and D are all correct because for multiples of 3, so that would be 3, 6, 9, 12, so on, the word fizz is printed to the screen in the count. So 1, 2, fizz, 4, 5, fizz. D is also correct because for multiples of 5, you print the word buzz. So 1, 2, 3, 4, buzz, 6, 7, 8, 9, buzz. And for FizzBuzz for multiples for 3 and 5, well, so if I go up to 15, you'll see that there is 13, 14 FizzBuzz. It still meets the criteria for C and D because the word fizz and the word buzz also is printed. So those 3 are true. The thing is wrong is A, which is printing FizzBuzz for prime numbers because 2 is there, and that's definitely a prime number. I can also see 11 is a prime number, 17 is a prime number, I think 19 is as well. I can't think, is 13 a prime number? I should go back to that other question. I think 13 might be a prime number as well.
A
So there are
true
quite
multidisciplinary question, because you needed to understand the coding of it and the maths.
And the math, there you go. I've been told that we need to wait just a little bit longer. So Andy and Emma, I know that we had a couple of thank yous we wanted to say. Maybe we get those done, and then we'll announce the final winner.
Absolutely, yeah. So as a bit of final housekeeping, this event was brought together and put together by so many volunteers and people. And we just want to say a massive thank you to those people. So thank you to the more than 250 volunteers and the more than 450 speakers who signed up for the original pub events and that had to be cancelled. So COVID-19 has put a huge stop and pause on the world. So thank you for those people for putting their names down. And I believe this is we'll see you soon. And we'll look forward to the restrictions being lifted so that we can run this, I believe, next year. So thank you to all those people. And also thank you to the small team of about 20 people who have done a huge amount of work in the last month to put these new online events together. And that includes, if you check out the slides, I have been amazed at how great they look, how awesome that they've been animated, and that has all been done by volunteers and other people that have donated time and creativity and skill. So thank you so much to the artist in residence, Keith. Can we get a woot woot for Keith?
Woot woot.
There we are, good. All right. And the graphic designer, Nicole. Woot woot.
Woot woot.
Yeah, there we are. This is great.
I hope you're all rooting at home as well, or I look like an idiot.
That's right, yeah. Also, you're all being introduced to the Juggalo society and community now, so congratulations. And also, Nicole, who managed to whip up all this incredible art in such a short amount of time because of COVID-19. And thank you to the many speakers and audience members at all of the Pint of Science events that are in any format, because these events are about showing that science is accessible, that you can sit in the same room as scientists, enjoy a beverage if you wish, and ask those tricky questions that you never thought you could ask. So thank you to everyone, the audience, the people watching online right now, because without you, these events obviously wouldn't nearly be as much fun to put on. So yeah, thank you so much. And Tom, I think, is there anything more to add to the thank yous there?
I don't think so. I want to just highlight a huge thank you to the audience for their amazing patience, not only just now during this particular session, but also for the panel events that happened last night, and looking forward to the panel events tomorrow night. This is the first time that Pint of Science in Australia has attempted to do something like this, with the kind of scale. I mean, Andy, you're in Adelaide at the moment. Emma, you're near Newcastle, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Managing multiple time zones, beaming people in across the country to be able to all collaborate and find that thing that we all really love about Pint of Science, which is the community coming together. I have just been given the heads up that we do have the results.
Ooh, exciting.
I'm excited.
And so I'm just questioning now whether or not we should show anyone the results. Of course we should. So I'm going to scroll over in reverse order. I am going to highlight second last first, and then we can go back up instead of the way that we have been in the past. So once I have my system ready. And second last, the radical ribosomes.
Great
with
name.
10 out of 90. Oh. You guys get a prize. As we continue. Oh, hang on. I'm not sure about that. I think you may have misspelt your team name. Because I can see radical ribosomes there twice.
Oh, disqualified.
Oops. You guys aren't second last anymore. Someone else is. It's probably the Triviosomes. And I'll keep on scrolling up a little bit. I'm loving some of these names, but I will scroll up a little bit faster. We're getting closer. We're getting
So
closer.
many teams.
We're getting closer. In second place, it's Causing a Scene, and in first place, it is Fruit Salad by 1 point.
Oh,
A single
incredible.
point.
Which is by how many percentage this dress won over Fruit Salad on the vote?
It was meant to be.
Coincidence?
Well, congratulations to Fruit Salad. That's incredible.
And I'm so glad we had an outright winner. Or did the maths already get done? No, let's not ruin the magic. We've got a winner. That's what matters. We don't need science to explain this.
I will just very quickly jump on just now and also say a huge thank you again, as I already just did, but once more, to the currently 332 people who are still watching. We know that we've gone a bit longer than we were hoping to, trying to give just a bit more time for you all to be able to have the appropriate amount of time to answer those questions. We didn't expect as many of you to be Zooming in a team, which is just fantastic to see some of those photos come through social media. So a huge thank you from us to the team. A huge thank you to you, Andy, and to you, Emma, for emceeing tonight. It's been fantastic. And I will throw to you guys if you've got any last words. Otherwise, I'll just randomly stop this stream.
I'll quickly say thank you to my partner who has been locked in the bedroom with the other cat all night while I've done this. And thank you to Pint of Science for having Andy and I. This has been a very different thing to do as a scientist compared to working in the lab on a normal day. And I think I've really shattered the myths about the geniuses in science tonight, because I probably would have gotten 10 straight up without making a mistake entering my name. So yeah, it's been fabulous. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And look, Emma, thank you so much for co-hosting with me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've had lots of fun. And also one of my friends, Annika, says that, Tom, you have a lovely voice and she wants to listen to you as she falls asleep. So I'll give you her number and you guys can sort that out. So had a really great night. Thank you, everyone that's online. Thank you, Emma. Thanks, Pint of Science. And yeah, it's been great to speak to Australia about science.
And I can't wait to get on the social media and see what you've all been saying all night. I'm going to have thousands of notifications. Pint out.
By the seashore, here I still love her. I know we've known each other from so many years of sleeping by each other's side. But tonight I feel like I'm sleeping with another woman, and you don't even seem to recognize that while you stay shut up inside like you're keeping secrets, got something to hide. I'm out in the world getting high on life, so when I come home late, you know you bring me down. And I know that this life isn't what you thought it would be, but I care for you, baby, and it's clear to me that you'd be better off alone. Well, I've been trying to meet you, to reach out and bring you in from outside, but you're so far away, I just don't know how to keep you satisfied. Yet tonight, if it keeps on raining, I'll hold this door open. lovers under the covers for years now since you let me down. And I don't know how you claim to know me when you're never home to hold me on those cold and lonely nights. 'Cause while you're outside getting high all the time, I'm stuck at home being somebody's wife who promised to care and to always be there. So when you come home drunk, you know you've let me down. And I don't know exactly what you're expecting of me, but I care for you, baby. And it's clear to see that you should never be alone. Well, I've been trying to meet you, to reach out and bring you in from outside, but you're so far away, I just don't know how to keep you satisfied. Yet tonight, if it keeps on raining,